Yeah, all this analysis. This part 35 of the Final Fantasy VII any% Claude solo no encounters. And it's not a challenge of course, obviously, but yeah. We'll continue where we left off. So we left off at the very end of disc 3. You didn't get to see the cutscene when they activated a high one, but yeah, but anyway, we're right here. So should we just go with whatever our default party members are here? We probably do. I don't think it matters here what party member you bring here, but let's remove ribbon. Let's remove ribbon. Let's remove. Actually, let's keep that on Sid. Because Sid, I know guaranteed we're going to be using the stuff that he has on here. Except for maybe full cure. Select plus / all there. That all is very close. I'm actually doing up. Let's just go with the select there. So that's around is very close. I'm getting it there. Right, did we actually get any on material action after here? No. There are several, or there are 2 ones that are close and nothing there actually. Okay, so we turn off encounters. So I think I know how to do it. I didn't want to look up beforehand because I think what it is that you go through the same area multiple times and stuff that, and you only want to send, basically you send everyone else. You send basically everyone else. You send them to the. You send basically every other single party member. You send them to the place. Yeah, I want to make sure that we actually end up here. So this is where you get the safe crystal, of course. Now, obviously, sadly, the safe crystal is not something that you can use in combat, of course, obviously, you know, stuff that. Although technically what I would have done is I would have added more safe crystals to the place or something like that. Or to have the safe crystal be a unique version that these safe crystals need to be used in the first area before the split and stuff that. And then the second crystal you get in each of the split areas basically and stuff that. So if you decide to go to the right, you get a safe crystal for that specific area that you can use. And stuff that, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go a specific route here and stuff like that, yeah, and we're also gonna quote unquote write down the level that everyone is and stuff like that, you know, but yeah. How did we get to that one again? Is it just go here? Yes. We absorb materia, power source. Elixir. What is there any more chests here? Yeah, there is one more. There's nothing more after that there, so we need to go back up after that. Resource. So basically, I believe if I remember correctly, you send basically everyone to the right. Except for the 2 characters that you have in your party, and then basically you want Claude to be on his own. Basically, is what you need to do. I mean, technically, I think that you need to make sure that you send the party members in a certain specific area, basically. So yeah, because you cannot climb up this way. Basically, you need to always go the other way around because you cannot climb up for this basically here. Like when you jump down here, you cannot climb up this basically and stuff like that, yeah. Let's sort again here. 2 power sources, 2 guard sources. The power source is of course because of the big guard and stuff like that, yeah. Let's just fall here. So we can get that from the mine source. These should be connected to the upper one there. It was not okay. So that's the important thing to get there. Go this. Get the hero drink. Loot these. They're about 35 by the way, that's another guard source. Yeah, that's everything I think. Power source. So that's the most effective way I think to do it. I don't think there's a more effective way to do it than that. That's actually pretty insane. That should be the new strat, basically. Because that's basically everything that you can get here on this grid. Because there's a bunch of exits that you don't actually need to do. Because now you're used to these here. You need to actually... But why do they allow you to go up there then? That makes no sense. So we actually need to... Wait, because there isn't an exit there. No, there isn't. So actually we need to do this. Whoa! Alright, you need to do that actually. And this is the way you need to go. Because otherwise you cannot advance further down. And there should be the split here. One needs to select to the left here. In case it and C needs to go to the same place. Which way are you gonna choose C? I'm going left. Barrett, you go right. Tifa, you're going right. F13, you're going right. Oops, going right. Katie, you head left. That means that you go right and you go left. I think normally, oh man, Materia Hunter Group sounds like the chapter of Materia forever. Materia Hunter Groups. Orkborg? This one's so good, but there's very little left, so that's why it's so bad. And then basically I believe yeah, so I think it's that you need to send Claw down. You're gonna have to go down. I believe you cannot choose the up path because then you won't be able to get it. Because the other ones that you want to duplicate the stuff, you need to send them up. So Claude is going down, Counter-Strike is going up, and Sid is going up. I think that's how you have to do it. Because you basically need to go through the same area they go through, and they will get the treasure because they will prioritize certain treasure. So that he will get an Imperial Guard, for example, and stuff like that. And now Claude is on his own. Yeah, Claude, you're all by your own some stuff like that. So yeah, Claude is on his own just now. And you cannot even exchange with the other party members here. Alright, then you actually get the material then. Okay. And then basically what you're meant to do is you're meant to go through the same area that they all came from and stuff. That's how you actually do it and stuff like that. So you get a remedy there. And basically once you go back up, for example, again, once you reach a certain part of the Northen creative without summoning everyone else, then you're basically allowed to go to the other paths where they came from and stuff. That's it. Okay. Turbo Ether. Vaccine. Right. Magic counter materia. Except that's not what it is. What is? Counters with paramedic summon when attacked. Which is good, because I believe that works even if you don't have charges with it. So for example, you could counter with, for example, counter with Knights of the Round and stuff like that. Next potion. Is this where? Nah, that's not where it is. It's in a different position. It's right here. You need to time a jump correctly here to get it. So basically, this is such good material here. Mega All. So Mega All reads all effects on every action. So for example, you steal, select Mega All with it, and then you basically get like insane, you know, speed source. Okay. I think I actually need to go up there to do that. Now, you end up here. You can go down to a certain point here. I believe this should be where you want to put the crystal specifically. Because you don't want the other party members to arrive, basically, is the thing that you want to make sure it doesn't happen. So you save here. And it's 700 slot, and we have what little slots left there. We have 49. Mark that. Wait, that's the only way you can go right. Correct, because you're not allowed to go the other way there. So maybe that was wrong. Maybe I needed to go to the other path now. I think it should work now, though. I think we might have had to have done it the other way, though, to go through that way, basically, because otherwise it's not going to work. And we have already screwed up. Yes, we could use loader file again, basically. If we screwed up, we can use loader file again and stuff like that. Because I thought that the stuff that you want to manipulate is in both of those areas and stuff like that. Yeah, but I believe the way it should work now, at least if we've done it correctly. I forgot exactly if we touched the line there or not. Because I believe there's a certain specific line that you need to touch. Because basically, if you make them arrive, then quote unquote, you cannot get more duplicates of certain things and stuff like that. So now we can go through here. Now we can go to the area we sent them in. But the chest won't be looted yet. The chest being looted can only happens at a certain point. Chest being looted, basically. So it doesn't count yet as chest being looted. It's not until you make them appear. So now you can loot the chests that they could potentially get, meaning that this is how you get more than one Imperial Guard and stuff like that, because they will prioritize certain things here. Stuff like that. We get another hero drink. Hero drink? And then we get vaccine. And then I believe up here is where shield is. Is this shield? Yeah, shield, which is also one of those quote-unquote ultimate medics. Most of that, so shield is but really good as well, so yeah. Oh, he has magic plus. Okay, how much is his magic? His magic is at 177 right now. And then you go down here because that's how you reach over here. And we get Imperial Guard. So we have another Imperial Guard here. And then we get all the way over there. then we want to loot the thing in the middle here, which is counter materia. But then also, if you got good eyesight, you can notice that it looks like there is a small little thing over here. It's a W-Magic. Which of course is really good as well. So the cast 2 magic spells at once. And yeah, and I believe that's going to be it because there's nothing more here. So this is technically like the materia cave here and stuff that, so yeah. What was it that we looted in the middle? That was not W-Magic, that was not shield as well. That was not MP absorb. It was regular counter, yeah. Attacks with paired command when like that's what it was counter there. Because regular counter is also very good. Because I think that's what the counter attack in the Chocobo was meant to be at first and stuff, that counter here, because counter, like being able to counter with like paired command. Paired command is actually, because that is when damage is incurred, that is not you know. And this is better than counter attack because it's not only against physical, it's against magic as well. Stuff that. And that's it for here. Now you jump down here. Again, you make sure that you don't go too far here. And now. Go all the way up again. All the way up again. And now you go to, and now you go even further back up. Stuff that, because you're right, because this is like a thing that as I said, the chests only get opened. The chests only get opened when the party members arrive down there. So basically, you can go through the same area as they do and stuff that, but the chests won't be looted yet. Because otherwise, if you quote-unquote encounter them down there and then you go to the same area, then the chests that they took will be taken and stuff that. So that's how you basically are able to like do it and stuff that. So yeah, I didn't even need to look up the video, by the way, you know, and stuff that. But I need to go downstairs just for a little bit and talk and stuff that. And now you can go all the way up here. You can actually go back here now. And now you go back to where they went first. Because you reach the bottom there, so it will count as basically that, oh, hey, the other party members are already arrived down there. And I also thought this place was so cool, man. Because obviously this feels like inspired by the City of the Ancients, and that's what this is basically, and stuff that's it. Making me think that they actually lived inside the Northen crate for a while as well. Is this Mystile? Oh, it's not. Yeah, that's Mystile. Yeah. So now we have 2 Mystiles basically. Which you can even see here now. If you go far enough down. So we have 2 Mystile now, we have 3 Seeders, of course. We have 2 tough rings. Yeah, I said that you cannot get more than 2 tough rings, I don't think. Unless, of course, you could get from the Chocobo racing, but I forgot if you could or not. And there's a speed source, and over here is a Tetra Elemental. So you do get a Tetra Elemental without needing. A Tetra Elemental is, of course, pretty good. Because Tetra Elemental is 5 cold, lighting, earth attacks. So it's quite a lot of elements that it can protect you against and stuff that's, yeah. Which is technically better than like raining and stuff that's, yeah. And yeah, a lot of people miss this, that you can go all the way over here basically. And you can get the Mega Elixir over there. So we have 8 Mega Elixir and 22 that, but yeah. It would be interesting to see how close it would be to the bottom there. Because obviously, right, we're missing all the key cards. We're missing black materia. We're missing all the different dresses. As I said, there's probably 3 dresses at least. There's 3 wigs in total. We have, of course, one of them. So that there are 3 tiaras. There's 2 of the perfume at least. There's 1 more underwear and stuff that, so yeah. You know. And then if you count in all the huge materials and stuff that, because yeah. Another mega elixir. And then this is where you have the highest chance, I believe, to encounter the zombie dragon. And the zombie dragon will only use Pandora's box once, basically. And that should be it. That should be it now. That's basically every loot that you can get. And now, since you haven't talked to the party members yet, you will be able to receive. I believe there's also twice a certain material that you normally cannot get 2 of. And stuff that we will be getting as well, but we will see. Mystile. Oh, you gave me Mystile. No, you did not. Mystile. If I give you Mystile. And if we go here where Mystile is. Mystile is further down actually. Yeah, Mystile is further down. There we go. 3 Mystiles! 3 steel blades. So normally you can only have 2 Mystiles at most if you go and could loot it and stuff that. So yeah, so you're able to have 3 Mystiles. I found this on the way, Imperial Guard, so that's basically makes it so that you can have 3 Imperial Guard as well. Barret gives you Guard Source. Mind Source. So get more Mind Source than normal remedies. And elixir. Okay. So I think the party members that you use actually do matter there, because that's definitely seems to be the case. Because that can decide what you get to manipulate there to receive more of. But the things that was the most important, being getting another Mystile, being able to now have like 3. So you have 3 Mystiles, you have 3 Imperial Guards, which is really freaking good and stuff. That's yeah, that was the thing that mattered the most. So what is that? There's someone that can give you 2 things. Yeah. And now we just go back here and save. Right, how much? I really want to actually. Actually, we need to leave the place, by the way. So we're not going to finish it, maybe in this recording and stuff that, because you know there are some things we want to be doing. Of course, first, because we haven't collected everything from the world map, because you cannot collect it until disc 3, basically, and stuff that. So yeah. Now we could theoretically go and fight Emerald Weapon already. Actually, is something we could actually do. Stuff that you might say, oh, there's no way to defeat it at this point. Because obviously, if Claude is on his own, then it becomes kind of easier to do and stuff that. But yeah, we got all the sources now that we want to. So, total amount of sources, and keep in mind that 1 power source is from Midgard, so 3 power sources. So this would be only 2 otherwise. 4 guard sources, 2 magic sources, or 3 mind sources, 2 speed sources, and 2 attack sources. Ring Claude, of course, obviously. So there we go. So Claude is a little bit stacked now, in terms of stats. Yeah. Claude is pretty stacked indeed. Or you could even say it's mega stack at this point. But yeah, then you basically want to go in and get a very, very easy encounter basically and stuff that when you do like the double item. The best thing is actually actually in this place, by the way, that you can quote-unquote use get the magic pot encounter. And in the magic pot encounter, you can use basically, as long as you don't attack the magic pot, it doesn't do anything to you at all. Stuff that, which is really good. So. But yeah, because keep in mind that we are going to go through this area in a proper way as well, because there are going to be enemy skills that we want to pick up and stuff like that. So yeah. And we want to make sure, of course, that at first I'm not going to be using all the enemy skills. We're only going to be using a few of the enemy skills and stuff like that. So yeah. For example, we're probably going to be using the ones without magic breath and stuff like that. So we need to use. So there's only one enemy skill, right? It's without that long magic breath. Yeah, and it's the fucking one and stuff like that. Yeah. Because obviously, right, okay, and this lets you go through here for some, or it does, of course, obviously. Take a note of that shit down before we start, but I didn't think it would come that fast sometimes, you know. So this is a bit short of a recording session and stuff like that, because yeah. So yeah. So I mean, yes, we did do some duplication there, but I believe that depending on the party members you do, like the party members that you send over to the right is not important really, because those party members will always pick up the same things there if you send enough of them. But the party members that you send not with Claude are really important there, because you can get more of certain materials. Of course, you don't get to send any party member the other way and stuff like that, because I believe if we would have sent the other party member, if we would have sent Kate-Sit somewhere else, then Kate-Sit would have gotten something very, very different and stuff like that, yeah. Yeah. Theoretically also there is supposed to be a way that you can duplicate, that you can, or basically not a duplicate, but there's a way to quote-unquote, I forgot if it's only worked once or what the requirement is, because there is supposed to be a way that you loot this and then you somehow move at the same time, and then you're able to exit there, and then you can, for example, enter again, then you can loot another one of the chests and stuff that, you know, because yeah. I kind of wish there would be more safe crystals there though, however, because yeah, you know. Yeah. And the reason why we want to go back here, of course, is because we don't have all the ultimate weapons yet. And stuff like that, yeah. And keep in mind that the guy is already there in disc 2, by the way, and stuff like that, yeah. So now we go with, so now 40, 40, 39, 46, 41, 45, 46. So go with him. Go with, I think we go with her actually, with Rising Sun here, yeah. Yeah. We go with those just for now. I forgot if you needed him in the party or not and stuff like that. But if we needed to or not. Yeah. So now that we've done that, we can go to the canyon. That's where we want to go. Stick to food. I'm so bad. Breathe in, breathe out. Fuck. It's been a long while. It's been this bad. Yeah, damn, it's not fun, man. Let's save the Cosmo Canyon here because. So for most characters, these are most of the weapon actually. Well, actually, Javelin is what we're missing here. It's the Javelin that we're missing actually for him. stuff like that, and then of course he's missing another thing, but yeah. Javelin is one of those weapons that you cannot get done by all. The fact that we're still under 30 hours is pretty insane though. Yeah. And I don't think you can get this on disc 2, maybe you could have if you like quote-unquote return during disc 2 or whatever, because yeah. You don't have any all material mastered, right? No, but we're very close. Because the thing is we only need technically in Knights of the Round, we only need it to be 2 stars, I believe, in order to actually beat Everall weapon, but how much is mime again? So mime is 100,000 specifically, but 100,000 might sound like an insane amount and stuff that, especially considering that that's only like 40,000 there, for example. And stuff like that, you need 50,000 to level up Knights of the Round once. But Knights of the Round requires the most in the game and stuff that, so yeah, you know. You get cuts in here. Correct. Well, he talks about Red 13, doesn't he? Don't tell Nanaki, he only were. Yeah. You need to actually go and tell Nanaki here now. Yeah. So basically, once we have used all the green materials, for example, one thing we could do is just buy several gravity if we want to, because otherwise we need to master gravity for each one, because yeah. So there's a bunch of fun ways that you can kill quote-unquote emerald weapon and stuff there. Some ways are really, really stupid and stuff that, but then there are some legitimate, pretty well thought out ways. Like one way of course is that you have to use like an 8-slot weapon, so you go with ultimate weapon because the stuff that you're going to use for the most part is going to be mastered. But the main problem is that you need quadramatic with it, so you need quadramatic together with a gravity, and then basically I forgot if you need it with every gravity, or if you only need gravity once, basically, and stuff like that. Because then you basically take gravity and you combine it with magic counter, basically, and stuff like that. So that every time you get attacked, you counter and stuff like that, and then you want to have as many counters as possible and stuff like that. The counters need to be mastered and stuff like that. But a lot of people, when they do those challenge videos, right, especially if they're doing the PC version, they can use quote-unquote cheat and just give themselves everything. And if they're playing the American version, use the regular like PlayStation version, then they use GameStop and stuff like that, you know. And it can be understandable, right, if you're doing like a certain specific challenge, because here's the thing, like legitimately actually leveling up like KOTOR, if you have ever fully leveled it, it's a pain in the ass. Because here's the thing, right, yeah, I showed magic pots to existence, but that because yeah, oops, I didn't need to fully exit it actually, because all we needed was Red 13 in the party. So we have gotten most ultimate weapon now, I think, yeah. Because we have gotten the Venom's Gospel, we have gotten the Premium Heart for Tifa, we have gotten the Missing Skull for Barret. But here's the thing, right, so that supposedly what you can do is just level up Armor 0 instead, stuff that, and Typhoon, because they should be in the same class as Bahamut 0, so Typhoon and Bahamut 0 works. I forgot if Hades also is in that same tier, if it's Bahamut 0, Typhoon and Hades that are all in the same tier, because yeah, there's a certain amount of them in the same tier basically. I think otherwise, is there anything I'm missing here? Is there any some material I'm missing? I don't think there is. I think that's all of the material. I'm pretty certain that's everything. Yeah. Because I do want to fight the movers a couple of times, is what I really want to be doing and stuff that, you know. Just to go fight the movers a couple of times. But why is Yuffie here? Right, because I put Yuffie in the party. Right, because it was with... yeah. And then he dies there, basically. And I'm pretty certain that it's supposed to be that Bugenhagen they cannot deal with the ethicals and stuff like that, you know. So you get a limited boon, which by the way isn't particularly high in attack power, really, all things considered. Right, so we remove Steel because we don't need Sneak Love. So we just need one enemy skill at first, this one. And we need to have Hypno Crown. And then we don't need that, we specifically need Mystile here. And we need Manipulate. And let's go also and slap on what do we slap on? Plus maybe? Like plus, and then we go here. No, that's not. And we go Sid here, and Sid, Sid equip Mystile, she equips Mystile, ribbon. But here is the thing, I can equip them with the other two basically and stuff. That is what we can do. Where's the other ribbon? There it is. Right, so we can equip, we have everyone with Mystile now. Right, and I'm at 0 Typhoon. Hades. Not Neo Bahamut and the other things, so Hades alongside. Just take Gravity Automatic. Let's just put counter there on its own. Let's put counter together with magic counter here. Let's put not an arm material, let's put MP turbo. I used a bunch of arm material. One enemy skill as well. Enemy skill. Rematic W item, steel. Slash. Okay. That's our build. Tranquilizers. Okay, so we go with Hypnochrome there, and now we have Manipulate as well. So yeah. And now we go back towards Northen Crater again, but we we just need to fly over more Northen Crater and then just go into the menu. We can technically also get the flashback at Nibelheim, but it doesn't really fill a function at this point, but yeah. And then yes, we can raise some chocobo's as well and do that stuff, you know, and everything like that, because yeah. So we do this basically. Because keep in mind that you can just go and exit here again and stuff that, so you just make sure that the save is inside here the ship. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this time. Next time is probably gonna be the finale and stuff that when I decide to record that, of course. But yeah, so next time we're gonna go for a lot of enemy skills, plus obviously. No, I'm using of course the other enemy skills and the other characters. And it's just because they already have like one on the Magic Breath, for example. Stuff that. So Claude is using the weakest one here. But we can not only get that, we can also get the Pandora's box. Anyone basically needs to get Pandora's box in and stuff like that. And keep in mind that yes, you still get the enemy skill if characters would die. You still get the enemy skill and stuff like that. Even if they die and stuff like that, you still get the enemy skill and stuff like that. So, which is very, very important, right? That you get the enemy skill even when characters die and stuff like that, which is very important and stuff like that, because yeah. So we can get Pandora's box, we can get Magic Breath again, we can also get Dragon Force, which is actually pretty funny. Pandora's box, of course. You can also get another Shadow Flare because he can also use Shadow Flare. Shadow Flare, I believe he also only uses once. So that I don't think he can use Shadow Flare multiple times. But you can also manipulate the Zombie Dragon and stuff like that as well. What else is it that you can get? I forgot if there was anything more than that. Yeah, you can get you need to encounter the snow lookalike enemy and stuff like that, like the bikini girl. She has the best version of a resurrection spell. She has a version that is cheaper to cast than casting life too, but it not only works as a resurrect, I believe, it also works as an actual quote-unquote healing spell, I believe, that you can actually fully heal someone with it and stuff like that. You can like fully resurrect someone. And one thing that you can set up if you really, really want to be really, really cheap, for example, and that is something that requires a lot of planning, well, actually no planning at all. Basically, there is one skill that you don't use throughout the entire game, because you don't need 4 of these skills. Like, what are you going to have to master commands for and stuff like that? Well, unless, of course, you're separating the party into several parties or whatever, but anyway, I'll see you all next time.